Hi, I'm Meenal Sinha. I'm madly passionate about what I do and highly confident in myself. Hi, so I'm Meenal Sinha. I'm the founder and CEO of meetingsandoffices.com. I was born in Varanasi in UP, and but I've been brought up in Delhi, and I was in Delhi right from childhood till my graduation. Um, we were a family of seven actually, because my grandparents used to live with me, and we were three siblings, and we used to have a lot of friends because all of us used to play together always, and it was like all my sister's friends and my brother's friends were also all my friends as well. And I know I was much younger than them, but we all used to always play together, and they all used to always take a very good care of me because by default I used to be the youngest. And incidentally, I was also the youngest in all the cousins in the entire extended family. I was the youngest girl in all the cousins. So you can say to some extent I was a pampered child. But somewhere I think my dad saw to it, and I don't know how he managed that, but I just turned out to be a very confident and very aggressive child who was really sure of what I wanted in life. And so I actually go out, and when I go out and talk to kids in colleges, I actually tell them that he was actually the wind beneath my wings, because um, even if there were things that my mom was really not confident about, and she thought, no, girls should not do these things, coming from a typical middle class service background family, there is a certain mindset, and I grew up in Delhi. So there's a certain mindset that these are the type of careers and these are the study options that you choose. But my dad always just uh, believed in me, and he actually just gave me the right direction and thought, and he just let me be, and he actually gave me the freedom to choose whatever I wanted to do. And he would actually uh, give me the confidence, and he would also promote the thought in me that I can do this. I can do it on my own. I can go out and face the challenge on my own, and I can find the solutions on my own. And I think that is the biggest thing. We all have challenges and problems in today's day and age, and in every day and age we always have problems. But the big thing is being able to find the right solutions, because I believe that every problem comes with a solution. You just have to think it through, and you will find the solution. And I think it is having that thought process from childhood that I can do it. Yes, I can, and I can go and face the world on my own. Um, Whether it is just going to the market, or going to the doctor alone, or going for my college admission, or wherever it is, that I can take that step forward, and there's someone who's got my back. That just feeling that was there. And yeah, maybe it was because I was younger. I don't know what it was. I can't really pinpoint that thing. Maybe because I was younger, so I knew that my elder siblings had got my back. uh, but yeah, it was always there. Yes, of course, coming from a middle class family, it was also there. So growing up, our generation came from not, but these millennials, sorry, millennials, I love a lot of you, but we did not come from that feeling of getting everything before we even thought about it, right? So we came from the background of having seen scarcity, and knowing what it is like to really want something, and also understanding and appreciating the value of money as well as things, and understanding how much our parents are working towards getting us the things we want, and how to appreciate those things. So I think that kind of gave us a base somewhere of hard work. And when we came out to start our career, it was just a given that hard work तो करना पड़ेगा. That is, there are no two ways about it. There are no shortcuts to success. That was instilled in our generation, I think, and that is I think my philosophy, that even today, meaning even like, so after having worked for 20 years, meaning people still call me crazy. So even my dad used to tell me, like, are you nuts? Meaning, after 20 years, after reaching this level, who gives up a job and starts, their own startup? But I think वो there's a thing कि नहीं लगता डर हार्ड वर्क से, because you just so वो डीएनए में है कि करना है तो करना है, मतलब ठान लिया तो करना है, and you just don't think about it again and again. So you wake up in the morning with a spring in your step and a song in your mind, and you just go about your day, because it's all right. You've decided to do it. Yes, there will be bad days, and yes, there are days even when I don't feel like waking up and I think, oh my god, what have I done? And who gives up a cushy job and starts a startup? And there's so many struggles. But well, as I said, every problem has a solution. When you have a wall in front of you, you don't turn away. You make a door, right? You make a door in it and you walk through. So,
been your biggest challenge you've up till now faced in your career?
In my career?
Yes.
I think that's something that I'm facing with my startup. Career-wise, it was all fine, of course. That was not too difficult, of course, because I was able to, I think, work with most of the bosses I had, work with most of the teams I had, and manage clients. And that was all right. And I was growing pretty fast while I was working in the corporate world. After I have started my startup, I think my that also is not such a big challenge, but yeah, I think finding the right kind of talent, and especially working with the younger generation, that is somewhat of a problem, yeah, because people come with a sense of entitlement. It is just so difficult to understand, because I never worked with that kind of entitlement, so it is not in my DNA. I don't understand that DNA. I don't understand that mindset. I just don't understand it. It's just too difficult for me. I'm like, you want that, but you want that without really walking this, climbing up the stairs to that. You want to stay here doing nothing, and you want to reach there. How? And why do you think me should just hand it over to you without your having to work for it? I just don't understand that psychology. I don't understand the mindset behind it. So that's the only thing I find challenging and difficult to deal with.
And so what is your family life like? If we talk about it from the corporate, from the work life, what is your family life like?
So,
on a personal level, what exactly do you feel, and how your family is coping up with you in your words?
Yeah, so at times they're like, my husband and my son are like, when I go home and I point something out, oh my god, how did this happen? And they're like, really? This happened like 6 months back. But when are you ever home? How would you notice it? And on the other hand, we have like, really, so that is the joking part. But otherwise, yeah, so my husband is also my co-founder, and of course we fight a lot while working together, but he supports me a lot. My son supports me a lot, and for all our brainstorming sessions, he's not yet 18, but for all our brainstorming sessions and all our annual plans, he's part of our sessions, because I think he brings in a breath of fresh energy, and he brings in a lot of useful ideas as well. Of course, that doesn't give him a seat in the company automatically, but he does that as well. And we have a lot of fun times together, and I ensure that I spend quality time with him. I ensure I spend a lot of time, if he allows. He's a teenager, so he doesn't want too much of mommy time in any case. But we find our moments, I think it's more about quality time rather than quantity time in any case. It's more about creating moments and memories, which is what we do. And other than my husband and my son, of course, I have my mom and my sisters in the US, and so we spend time. We talk to each other as and when we can. When we get time, we meet each other when we go down to wherever they stay. So we do.
So, what is your take for like having a work-life balance? What is your one special thing that you do for managing work as well as your family?
You know what? You want to know the real thing? It doesn't exist. It's all bullshit. So if you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to have a work-life balance, it doesn't exist. Let people not fool you. It doesn't exist. So the only thing is you should stop feeling guilty about it. And especially I think being a woman entrepreneur and a woman who's had a rocking career, a corporate career, people keep on giving you gyan ki, you're neglecting your child, and there'll be people who will, even without saying it outright, they will keep on passing these snide comments about, bichara, oh, parents are both working na, isliye ye ho gaya, isliye ho gaya. Nothing like that happens, yeah. It is not your fault. And nothing happens to your child because you're working. It happens to every second child if it is happening, or it doesn't happen to every single child. It's all the same. If there's something going wrong with your child, it could have happened to a child whose mom is working from home or stay-at-home mom as well. And the stay-at-home moms are also working moms. They have a full-time job. So they don't have it easy. I'm not saying they have it easy. It's just a choice you have made to be out of home or to be at home. Neither of you has to feel guilty about it. It's a choice you've made and you just need to be happy about it. That's what I have to say to women out there, all women out there. Make a choice, stick to it, be happy about it. And to everybody and anybody who wants to give you their 2 cents, tell them you have no business to meddle in my life. I decide what I do. I decide who I am, and I'm happy with it.
Secondly, we want to know. So, now you have just started your startup, right? So, what are the milestones like you're looking up to? In where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Oh my God, 10 years is such a long time. Right now, I'm planning for the next 2 years and 5 years. Okay, so 10 years. Can I just say world domination?
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Do I sound like Trump? Take that off. Okay. Yeah, 10 years is a really long time. So in the next 2 years, 2 to 3 years, we actually intend to be the market leaders. Totally. So from there, it's just gonna go up and up. So we are looking at scaling, we are looking at expanding in a big way, and we are looking at expanding geographically outside India as well in the next 2 years. So that's what we are looking at. So
you're a person who scales like little by little or everything at once?
So see, so far we have been a bootstrap startup, right? So we've been doing organic growth, but you can't keep on doing that forever. Yeah. So at some level you have to really scale up, and scaling cannot be little by little. That is growth. That is a brick and mortar growth there. Mm-hmm. If you have to scale up, then it has to be a certain level. So scaling has to be at a certain level always. It has to be multiples. You have to bring in the multiplier effect.
So elaborate the multiplier effect in layman's words.
So multiplier effect in layman's words is basically a multiplication table. Yaar. You, instead of saying ki 1 will become 2 and 2 will become 4, it becomes 5x, 10x, 100x kind of thing.
Okay. Then what would be your advice to anyone who's starting out right now? Suppose someone is like just come out of college, he's like he has a passion to follow or something like. What would be your suggestion to those people right now?
So my suggestion to any startup ever is, first thing to do is make the plan, make a business plan, ensure that it is a viable model. There has to be a viable revenue model. It has to make money. No business makes sense if it is not going to make money. So it has to be a business that makes money, because that is the crux of getting into a business, right? It has to earn money. You cannot say, I will raise money and then I will spend that money, so it is all right. It is not all right. You have to be able to earn money from that business. That is when it makes sense to get into a business. And the second thing is, do not spend so much time making plans that the plan is no longer a valid plan. So think of a plan. You do not have to make it perfect, right? So Rome wasn't built in a day. You will not make the perfect business in a day. Start step by step. What we say is, build fast, fail fast, learn fast, and scale fast. That is what we need to do.
Okay, and secondly, what is your take on students going and doing internships and everything? Do you think it's a necessity in today's world?
I think it's a must. I think it's a great learning experience, and you must jump at those opportunities, because what happens is it's a real life experience, right? You get to see how companies are operating, and you get to do real stuff, because just studying in a closed environment and doing case studies and being clustered with your books and professors, it is not how the real world operates. The real world is very different. So getting actual practical knowledge about how things actually happen in organizations, and you get to multitask and you get to learn multiple things at the same time. You get to interact with, very different kind of people, and basically the horizons just expand multifold, and the perspective is totally different.
And so now overall, after like you started, you've like been to the startup, you're doing everything and all in that part. What's one single thing that has always motivated you to do something? Like today morning you wake up, what's that one thing that motivates you to do things? That one single thing.
That one single thing is that I totally believe in: never give up.
Okay. So that's your slogan, never give up.
Carpe diem.
Okay.